Hey, what's up guys? Today we're going to be going over how to install Guitar Hero 3 on Linux and SteamDeck, completely working with no VSync, 1000 FPS, trillion FPS, no VSync. It just works. Alright, so the first thing that you're going to need to do is download the link in the description below. It's going to be a zip file containing these three files, or these three folders here. Firstly, it's going to contain Guitar Hero 3, but it's not going to be the disc version of the game, it's going to be the portable version of the game. It's a bit easier to use on Linux because you don't need to do the whole process of installing the game with Steam, doing all that. You just basically download the folder, extract the folder wherever you want, and it just works. Alright. The second thing that it's going to contain is Guitar Hero 3 Deluxe. This is soft needed. It actually helped me because it made it so I could save my game. I don't know why, but base Guitar Hero 3 Deluxe, or base Guitar Hero 3 Portable on Linux, I could not save the game. It just would not let me save. It kept saying that there was a incorrect drive or something. So I'm going to include Guitar Hero 3 Deluxe. It also has a bunch of quality of life features that just make the game infinitely better. And the third thing, which is probably the most important, is 3D Analyzer. So download the zip file from the link in the description below, and then you're going to open up the zip file, extract it wherever you want to, and it should be in your downloads, and it should just be a Guitar Hero 3 Linux SteamDeck, and it should contain these three folders. Secondly, what you're going to do is you're going to need to make a folder where you put your games on your Linux computer. I like to put my games just in my home folder and under games. It's pretty simple. So you just go ahead, drag that over, and it will go ahead and put the entire game into the folder here. Second thing that you're going to want to do is install Guitar Hero 3 Deluxe, and that's very simple. You're basically just going to open up the folder here, and it's going to contain a data folder. You just want to copy this, drag it on over, and it's going to ask you if you want to merge. Just hit the apply this action to all folders and files, and then hit merge, and then hit apply this action, replace, and it's going to go ahead and do all that. And now the third thing that you're going to need to do is you're going to need to install 3D Analyzer, and this is pretty simple. What you're going to need to do is you're going to need to go to Steam, add a new game, and you want to go add a non-Steam game. Now you're going to want to go browse, and now we're going to find the folder for it. So it's basically just going to be in your downloads, into the folder that you have that is extracted from the zip file, and it's going to be 3D Analyzer v236.exe. You're just going to want to select that, and then it's going to pop up here. You just want to hit add selected file or program, and now it's going to be here. And now it's pretty simple. You just want to manage, you want to go to properties, go to compatibility, and then force the use of a specific Steam Play compatibility tool. And I like to use GE Proton, but I'm pretty sure you can use Proton 9.0. In fact, just for the tutorial today, let's go ahead and use Proton 9.0. I like to use GE Proton just for performance reasons anyways. It just happens to work better. But if you don't have that installed, you can probably just use the latest version of Proton, which is 9.0. So now you just want to hit the X, and you just want to open this up. So once it opens, you're going to get this page here, and what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to go browse, don't install it into the folder that is already selected. You just want to hit browse, you want to hit my computer, you want to go into your Z drive, you want to go to home, and you want to go to your user folder. It will be whatever your username is. And once you're here, you want to click on your username folder, and you just want to make a new folder. We're going to name it 3D Analyze. I'm doing this with one hand. I can't spell analyze right. Alright, here we go. Analyze. Once you hit the destination folder, you just want to hit install. And just like that, 3D Analyze is installed, but there's more steps, obviously. Now you're going to need to right click on this application, and this is just the installer for 3D Analyze, so we can go ahead and remove that. Now we're going to add a new Steam game, and we're going to go browse, and we're going to find where our 3D Analyze is installed. So it's going to be in our home folder, which it should just be on the left side here. 3D Analyze, 3D Analyze. Alright. Now we can just go ahead and add the selected program, and it's going to pop up here. And we're just going to do the same thing that we did with the installer, which is go to compatibility, force the use of Steam compatibility tool, and we're going to use Proton 9.0. Now we can go ahead and start this. And now once we're in here, this is 3D Analyze. This is the tool that will make it so Guitar Hero 3 is in windowed mode, which basically means that the VSync is off. And that's basically all it is. It just disables VSync. So now what we're going to need to do is you're going to need to select, you're going to need to find Guitar Hero 3, which it will be in your home folder if you followed the tutorial. It will be in Games, and it will be in Guitar Hero 3 Portable. And then you're going to just click on gh3.exe. It's going to give you all of these options here, but we're only going to need to use two options, which is Force Windowed Mode, which is under Performance, and we're going to also go to Remove Stuttering, and we're going to turn on Performance Mode. And that's it. You just want to hit Run. So I've already went in and changed my graphics settings so that the game, okay, maybe it's not going to crash this time. Alright, so once you get into the game, after you've installed everything, you want to go to Options, and you just want to go to Graphics, and you want to bump your resolution so it's at 1920 by 1080p. Change your graphics detail to high, change the crowd to packed. Again, this is personal preference. You could turn all these settings down if you want. I just like the game looking as best as possible with as most frames as possible. I have a decent laptop. It's a laptop, yes. But there you are. You have GH3 Deluxe installed on Linux, and the saves actually work. And yeah, that's about the extent of the tutorial. Again, I'm running on Ubuntu. I'm actually running on Pop! OS, which is an Ubuntu-based distro. I guarantee you this would work on SteamDeck though, mainly because SteamDeck is pretty similar. I think that's about it for the tutorial. I'm gonna go ahead and edit the fuck out of this video now, because there was a lot of things that went wrong. Again, if you use OBS, okay, and you try to use this game, make sure that you select and do your resolution options first, and then you will be able to actually launch the game and play the game. For some reason, if you don't set your resolution first, the game will just crash. Like, it would get to the Guitar Hero 3 splash screen and just crash. And I turned off OBS and it just started working again. So it was definitely just a screen capture that was breaking it, plus the resolution that the game was running at. I don't know. That is a very weird bug. I'm not here to explain that shit, so that's the end of the tutorial. That is Guitar Hero 3 on Linux at 1000 FPS.